Good morning. I am Beth Hildenbrand, and this is Booked Up with Beth. Today we have the fabulous Sasha Brooke with us. And I have read her book, and wow, it's fabulous. I'm using that word too much this morning. Uh, but that's what happens before I have enough coffee. so, Sasha, I am going to ask you to tell everybody a little bit about yourself so we can get to know you. And welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. So I live in the UK, in the northwest of England. I'm about halfway between Liverpool and Manchester, which is, for those of you who know the big cities. I turned 56 yesterday. I only started writing late. I've always been a big reader, but I only started writing late. So my first book came out in 2017. And at the moment, I have 12 books out, 3 complete series, one which was a standalone, but now the second one is sort of percolating. And then I've got the first book in another series, which I'm halfway through the second. And then I'm also halfway through a new genre for me, which is a romantic fantasy book. I write mainly, most of my books are spicy romance with BDSM themes. The standalone one is actually, it's less spicy. So if you don't like it too spicy, that one's probably for you. Amethyst Moon is sci-fi alien romance with a bit of a twist and a bit of a mystery going on through it. Some danger for the lead character. And then the first book of the next series is Dangerous Temptations, which is out, which is spicy romance, but no BDSM. Still alpha male. He runs a security firm, and the main female character runs a bakery and coffee shop. So those are out at the moment. The day job I do, I'm a pharmacy technician. I've done that for 40 years, and I work in a doctor's surgery. So I deal with all medicine related issues in the doctor's surgery. And I work full time. So it's all full time jobs, really. I've got the day job, the writing, then the promoting, then the book signings. So it does, plus the grandchildren as well, which take up a bit of time. So yeah, it's a very busy place.
I know all about the grandbabies. That's the fun part. I enjoy that. And we're the exact same age, too. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the older years. The young years were way too hectic.
Yeah. See, I'm enjoying the older years if I could slow down a little bit. If I could get rid of the day job and just do the writing, then I would be ecstatically happy, but that's not happening.
Well, I'm lucky. I don't have the day job. Mm-hmm. I just have the last one is home. I have 5 boys, so I only have one left at home. And I get to enjoy the grandchildren and the writings. So
see, we had 2 girls who are both left home, and 2 8-year-old grandsons. So
oh, that's fabulous. I have 2 grandsons now. There for a while it was all granddaughters, and after 5 boys, I was like, what do I do with these?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is different. What do you mean braids and ponytails and all this mess? I don't play with Barbie dolls. I play with G.I. Joes.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, it was kind of weird for a while, but you get used to it.
Oh, you do, definitely.
It was still fun. I enjoyed it. So the book is The Club Black and Red, and it's Ethan's story.
Yes.
And I enjoyed the male perspective. I really did. I was raised by my father, which is weird, being raised by a man instead of a woman. Yeah. So I enjoyed the male perspective in this book.
I like doing both perspectives. So all the books are written like that. Yeah, I like doing both perspectives. It's good to take it from a different angle.
And Ethan is he owns the Black and Red, which is
Yes.
BDSM club,
Yeah.
and Avery, she's wanting to try this out for the first time.
Yes. But
And
she's nervous. Yes. She's very nervous at first.
yes, she is. And Ethan happens upon her while she's just sitting outside the club trying to decide if she's even going to go in here and do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he kind of gives her that little shove that she needs to go
Hmm.
inside. And so this is how the book begins. And I
Yeah.
never do spoilers. I hate doing spoilers, but he's the club owner, and then he's kind of fascinated by Avery,
Yeah.
and he has some skeletons in his closet. And
Well, as do most people. Yeah. Yeah.
oh yeah, I'll tell you what, I keep shoving all mine back in. Stay in there. Had enough of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and his is Claire, and for people who are squeamish, uh, what do you want to call it? I hate giving these things,
Trigger
alerts,
warnings.
trigger warnings.
Mm.
Yes, I mean I
Warnings.
write.
Yeah.
I write occult horror, and just my titles alone are a trigger warning. So I hate having
Yeah.
to put
Yeah.
up these page-long trigger warnings with everything.
Yeah.
But Claire had committed suicide, and this
She
is
did. Yeah.
Ethan's what do you want to call it? A demon in his closet, or
Yeah. His
and
trauma in his past. Yeah.
yes. So yeah, there's a lot of that that he has to deal with, and
Hmm.
and for me personally, my first husband hung himself.
Oh, wow. So
Yeah,
that was the trigger warning for you then, definitely.
uh, but it was a long time ago.
Hmm.
But so I was able to get into the understanding of Ethan's character because of
Yeah.
that. So that was a real bonus, I guess, for me. It helped me feel that character deeply,
Yeah.
and the trauma that he went through, and it helped me enjoy the book more on a
Oh,
more
good.
bigger level.
Yeah.
So I love this book. Oops, I'm kicking things. I can't sit still. I really can't. It's a thing with me. But yeah, I'm always swiveling here. So yeah, we all have things that we have to
Mhm.
overcome, and this was a big part of Ethan's story.
Yeah.
And I think Ethan was definitely the bigger of the main characters between him and Avery.
Yeah. Yeah.
She kind of played secondary character to Ethan.
Yeah.
And whereas she was coming out of her shell in this
Yes,
book and becoming
definitely. Hmm.
her own person,
Mm.
it was definitely Ethan's book and his story to
Yeah.
tell. But I did enjoy the little sub club that
Yeah.
Avery had going.
Yeah.
That was a cute
Oh,
part of the story.
I always, each series has a little cast of secondary characters, and some of them are really colourful. Some of them they stand out a lot. In the first series I wrote, we had Gemma, who's a very, very feisty lady. She actually hit somebody over the head with the plant pot because he was being really abusive. So Gemma is really good in the first book, first series, and then in the second series we've got people as well who are a bit like that. But yeah, in this one I love the secondary characters. They are amazing, and different characters play different roles in each of the books. Really, to be honest. They're all in there, but some of them come more to the fore in different books. Yeah.
Well, I think you need that that relief from the drama.
Yeah, you do.
You
Definitely.
need that fun part.
Yeah.
And it pulls the book together. And you played that off so perfectly.
Oh,
I
good,
mean,
good.
you wrote this so well.
Hmm.
You really did.
Thank
You
you.
it was just so well written. Your
Mhm.
characters were just lovely. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun, good read. It really was. Even
Good.
even with all the drama there, it just wrapped it all together when you brought
Yeah.
these fun characters in. And Mistress Scarlet is such a fabulous character. I mean, she is the perfect mistress. You know,
Oh, she is.
she she's just gonna rip his balls off, and I love it.
Yeah,
She's so caring and
she
nurturing,
is. And
and
she
yet
misses nothing.
she'll
She
turn
is.
around and just you know
Yeah.
tear you apart on the next hand. Uh,
Mm.
just you write fabulous characters. You
Thank you.
really do, and that's what makes a book for me is the characters.
Hmm.
And you
Yeah.
did that just perfectly. It, where do your characters come from? Where do you get this?
Um, I will. My mind is a very, very busy place. Um,
I would say so.
my mind is a very busy place. Um, but I always, when I started writing the first book, um, much as we all love reading books with escapism and characters that we would never come across in real life, like we much as we would love to, we won't come across the billionaire man who can take us away from our life of drudgery in the 9 to 5 and all that. It generally does not happen like that. So I
No.
wanted my characters all to be normal people, if you not normal people, but ordinary, relatable people that you could potentially meet choosing a cabbage in the supermarket, or for example. Having said that, not everybody is in the BDSM lifestyle, so obviously it's not going to be relatable to everybody. But I've never actually written someone I know into one of my books fully, but there are elements of people I know in a lot of the characters. I never do a full person, but there are little sort of mannerisms and phrases and things that people who are friends with me and who are friends with the same people who've read the books will say, "Oh, I recognise that. I know who that was," and things like that. But I've never written a whole person. Having said that, book one, the first one I wrote, ended up having an awful lot more of me in the main character than I ever intended when I started it. It did not intend. I didn't intend for it to be me at all. And obviously a lot of the characteristics, a lot of the things that happened to her haven't happened to me, but her personality and the way she feels and the way she is more of me than I ever intended. And people who have read that have said that they've read it and it was my voice in the head telling them the story because it was so much like me. But the other characters just tend to pop in there somewhere. Halfway through book one, for example, a character appeared on the page. She wasn't very nice at all, and she just appeared with a boom one day and ended up being the main baddie in the story, if you will. But I've no idea where she came from. I don't know anyone like her. I don't know where she came from, but she just appeared. And people do that. The main character who's in book 3 of the Red and Black series was a character that appeared actually in the second series that I wrote. And he just appeared. And normally what happens is they'll appear at the end of one of the books and they'll give me sort of an inkling that they want to be next. And I was coming to the end of the third book and he was giving me that inkling, and this had happened with the first series, and it ended up being a 4-book series instead of a trilogy, which annoyed me. So this series, the second series, I decided it was going to be a trilogy. I was not giving into this character at all. He was having his own story. And one of my good friends who reads as I'm writing, and she said he needs his own book. And I said, well, he's not having one. He's not having his own book. It's going to be a trilogy. He's not having one. And she said, you know, that never works. And I said, I know that, but he's not having one. So I purposely didn't give him one. And in the second book of Red and Black, he appears again. This character had been brewing on the edges of my mind for ages, and I've been telling my friend there's the character coming, and I don't know who it is yet, but it's coming. And then I messaged her and said, you know, this character that was brewing, well, it's him from the series 2. And she cackled loudly for a long time and said, I told you, you shouldn't ignore him. You knew. Because then obviously I had to create a whole backstory as to why he'd moved from one end of the country to the other and why he was ended up in this series, and just made it worse for myself, really. But yeah, they do that. I don't know where they come from. They just appear, really.
And Master Joseph.
Joseph is the next one.
Ethan's best friend since forever. And he's having his own kind of troubles in this.
He is, which obviously develop in the next book. But he's having his own issues.
I have to get the next book now because I have to see how it turns out.
Yeah, well, that's the second book in the series is a male, female. So it's Master Joseph and his 2 submissives. So it's Hannah and who's in the Subby Club from the first book. It's Hannah and Theo. So that's the next book, yeah.
And I have to say, I'm hoping Hannah finds happiness because she's very sad in this first book.
Oh, she is, yeah, she is. Because Joseph's being an idiot because of his whatever issues he's got going on. So, yeah, he needs to just sort of, you know, get a hold of himself and deal with it. But it's a bit of a why choose thing for Master Joseph. He's got to decide whether he's going to choose or walk away. That's his choice. So that's what he's going through at the moment.
So you hear this, everyone. You have to read this book, and then you have to get the next one because she just leaves you hanging at the end of this book, wondering what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. I'll be hitting my Kindle button later today so I can get the next one. I do this all the time. I'll read the first book, and then I had one where I went through a 7-book series in a week.
Oh, wow.
Because she just kept leaving me hanging. And so I can see this happening with this series. Because I enjoyed it so much. I'm just going to have to keep going. And I have to ask you, Club Red and Black, where did you come up with this? Because I loved in the beginning of the book where you talk about the colors red and black.
Yeah.
Because those are my 2 favorite colors.
Yes. And they're very sensual, very moody, very erotic, very they develop a picture. So each series has a different club, you see. So series 1 is Club Entice, series 2 is Club Spectrum, and then this is Club Red and Black. But I wanted to make it Club Red and Black is my fantasy destination to go to. So myself and my husband are in the BDSM lifestyle, which is why most of the books are written that way. But that is, if I was to create a club of my own, that's what it would look like. That's what it would be like. That would be the atmosphere it would have. That would be the decorations it has. The giant gothic black picture frame with the red velvet sofa inside it is just amazing to me. When I do book signings, I actually have a miniature version. I have a black gothic picture frame, and I've managed to find a red velvet doll's house sofa that sits inside it on the table, and it's, to set the scene and give them the vibe of what the series is about. But yes, Club Red and Black is definitely my my ideal, perfect dream place to visit.
Yeah, even my car is red and black. I got a black car, and I got the black and red seat covers and the black and red steering wheel cover. I mean, everything I wear is red and black.
Yeah.
It's absolutely my favorite colors. So
Yeah.
I really like that, and where you explain about the red and black in the beginning
Yeah.
of the book.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a lot in common. So yeah, I enjoyed that part of it too. I mean, just
Good, good,
every little bit of this book I enjoyed. So
good. I'm
I
glad you
must
like
say,
it.
everyone, you must read this book. It's getting a 5-star review from me.
Oh, fantastic.
And I just, yeah, it was amazing. I loved every little minute of it.
Hmm.
Every little page, I should say, every little minute. Ugh,
Yeah.
I'm still having the early morning sillies here in my
Oh, that's
brain.
okay.
I'll tell you what, I was up last night until maybe 2 o'clock, watching the president and all
Mm-hmm.
the craziness about people trying to shoot Trumpy again. Good
Mm-hmm.
grief. I'll tell you what, either angels or devils are watching over that man, because every time somebody's shooting at him, they miss. Well,
Yeah,
that one
yeah.
guy got a little piece of his ear or something, but
Mm.
I'll tell you what, it gets crazy around here. But it's always entertaining. I give
Oh,
him
yeah,
that.
yeah.
That man keeps you entertained. So, what are you working on now?
So at the moment, I'm working on book 2 of the Dangerous Temptations series. So the first one was Dangerous Temptations. The second one in that is going to be Dangerous Attractions. So it's different characters in the security firm. So the first one was one of the owners, and Tilly, who runs her bakery. The second one is going to be one of the undercover operatives, and he's having a bit of a crisis at the moment because he feels like no one knows him because he spends so long undercover, nobody knows who he really is. And then he meets somebody who crashes into his investigation. And that's a male steamy romance. And the person who crashes into his investigation is called Max, and he's a doctor in an emergency hospital, emergency room, who's looking for his sister. And that's the premise of that book. So I'm about 40-something 5,000 words into that one at the moment. And then I'm also working on a new genre for me, which is a romantic fantasy, which is, again, that's going to be a 3-book series. It started off with one paragraph. This is the way my mind works. It started off with one paragraph, which popped into my head one morning on my drive to work. And when I got to work, I wrote it down, which I don't normally write it down. It normally stays lingering in my head until I use it, but I actually wrote it down. And then a week later, when I was driving to work, it was snowing, and there was snow all over the trees and snow all over the roads and the grass. And by the time I got to work, this one paragraph had turned into a 3-book series in my busy little head. So I'm about 75,000 words into The Bone Cross, which is going to be the first book.
Ooh, I love that title.
So it's going to be The Bone Cross, and then The Iron Sword, and then The Golden Cloud. But I'm halfway through that at the minute. So that's Esme. It's her story. And it starts with a prophecy, like all good fantasy romance books do. So yeah, but I don't want to give too much away, but it's brewing into a really good story.
Ooh, we're going to have you back when that's released. Then I get to read it because it sounds really good.
Yeah. Esme's quite a feisty lady. She works in an inn, and she keeps them all under control. You know, she's not afraid to punch somebody where it hurts if they grab her as she's walking past, and you know, So yeah, and she's on her quest to find the prophecy and her destiny, and yeah, with help along the way.
Ooh, that sounds like fun.
Mm.
I like to read everything. That sounds like fun. So I guess it's time to wrap it up.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much for being
You're
on the show
welcome.
today. And I'm going to ask you to put up your links with the show so that
Yeah.
everybody can find your great books.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's all.
Yeah, cool.
We have the lovely Eleanor Wagner on Wednesday night. So everyone needs to stop and check that out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give a big heads up to Sharon Brownlee McGee, who does my book covers. Anybody looking for a good book cover artist, she is fabulous. She also does my, what do you want to call it? My formatting.
Ah, yes.
And she's wonderful at that. So anybody looking for a formatter can check
Mm.
her out. She's wonderful, and she puts up with me, and anybody who puts up with me deserves high
See, this,
praise.
see, this is what I need. I need somebody to do all that because at the moment I do all of that myself.
Oh,
I do the covers, I do the editing, I do the formatting, I do the publishing, I do it all myself. So it's quite hard work. For a
it
technophobe
is.
like me, it definitely is anyway.
I don't know, the formatting just
Yeah.
there's no way I could do it. And my
Mm,
covers, she was always saying, Beth, this looks homemade. Beth, this looks
mm,
homemade. And so she took pity on me, and
yeah.
she started helping me out. And she does just such beautiful covers. She
Mm-hmm,
she she recovered my Cane books, and oh my goodness, they are just so lovely compared to the
mm-hmm.
pitiful things I had on those books. And God bless her. They're gorgeous now. And I just can't speak highly enough of this lady.
Yeah.
So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me
And
here.
you are welcome back anytime.
Mm-hmm.
And we will see you all Wednesday night. Love ya. Bye bye. Okay, here's my button.